All right, everyone, now that we have all the parts out in front of us and we've gotten a good look at what comes in the box, we're gonna take a deeper look at some of the parts and the components of the vacuum and just see how they work. And starting with the vacuum, on the back side, you're gonna have the dust bin and water reservoir. And that got this little button up top. This button pushes down and this will come right out. And then on this, you have a couple of things. You have this little switch here which will open up the dust bin. This is where you can dump out all the dust. You also have this little slot here. I think this little flappy piece is optional. I left it in because I thought it'd be pretty handy to have in there. But this is another area you could just kind of use your fingers to reach in and grab dust or hair or whatever it is out that way, or dump it from there. And on the top here is where you find the filter. Just open this switch here, and it has a little flap on the filter you can grab and pull the filter out. So this is one of the HEPA filters. And you do have a second HEPA filter if you need. So maybe if one gets dirty, you can clean it off, rinse it off, and then you can use the other one in place while that one's drying off. And then the water reservoir, this little flap here, you just open it, put water in there. And it's a pretty decent sized reservoir. If I had to guess, I'd say probably about a cup or two of water, give or take. But the dust bin and the reservoir are separate, which is nice because that would be a mess if they were somehow combined. So it's good to know that it's very simple to use. And to put it back in, it's just going to slide in the way you took it out, just like that. And we also have the mop piece. So this piece is what you will add to the bottom of the vacuum when you want to do mopping. And this is a Velcro surface, so it just comes right off, just like that. You'll notice the bottom of the mop has these little flaps. That's where these three slots are going to slide into whenever you replace it. You just slide it on there like that. Pull a little bit tight here, get the Velcro on the edge, and you're good to go. And if you wanted to use this on the bottom of the vacuum, these little notches on the mop will fit into the notches right below the water and dust bin. And it's just going to snap in just like that. Super easy. If you need to take it off, it comes right off. Super easy. And we also have the brush tips here. So we have two brush tip slots here, and they're going to be square shaped. You notice the brush tips have a square shape as well. So you just want to line that up with each side of the brush tip and put that on. They snap right on, super easy. And if you need to pull them off, they come off pretty easy as well. You just give it a nice little pull to come right off. So that's with the vacuum. You also have this tool here. You have the brush tip. If you need to use the tip to brush off some of the wheels. You also have a comb tip as well. This can be used to comb off some of the brush tip from sweeping to remove some of the debris that way. And then we also have a DC power adapter. So this is going to be used to charge the home base station or provide power to the home base station. And that's got a port here on the side that'll plug in just like that. And you can also use this for the vacuum as well. If you need a direct charge, it's got a DC port here. You plug it in right there. And then for the remote has a few functionalities. You're going to have the power on and off button. You're going to have the charge or home base button, so it'll return to home base. You also have a spot cleaning button here, which will spot clean. This button here looks like a square with arrows. That's going to be edging. That the vacuum will follow the edges of your home to make sure it cleaned all the edges well. You also have a fan looking button. This is going to be multiple suction levels for the vacuum component of the vacuum. And you also have this little rain cloud looking button. And this is going to provide how much water is being expensed from the vacuum when it's mopping. You can adjust that level as well. And then the middle button is auto. This will just put the vacuum into auto cleaning and it'll just do its overall cleaning jobs. Overall, great looking vacuum. Super excited to have it. It's going to be so handy to have in our home. Highly recommend. Hope this helps and y'all enjoy.